Bruh, seriously? Crazy.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens.
No way. Every time. Right.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Four yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And they're going option play on 3rd down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line.
At their own 40-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Jackson from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. It's Love. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The end result, 21 yards. From the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Now the try here for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Ravens 7, Browns nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So a first-quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so... They better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Now the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Ravens 14, Browns nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score. Ravens 21. Browns nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out and start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score. Ravens 28. Browns nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and run for it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
The Browns' first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Mike 51. 6-man. Check girls.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 35, Browns 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Mike 54. Coming to you.
Out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Mike 29, come to my work. We want it. Come to the
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple at its second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here's Jamie Gillendown as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fighting him off. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. A big play that time for the Ravens. 45 yards.
4-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking.
42.
They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
The sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's our time. 36, 36.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 76 yards. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Jackson into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning in.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns get a score closer. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Ravens 42, Browns 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson flushed out right. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But it's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
To Odell Beckham Jr.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Pick me up. Here we go. Bang, bang, bang. Go. Hey, middle.
To throw is Jackson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
At the 26-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Check 53, Mike. Crunch time, defense. Hey, report.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Yeah, it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
53, Mike, 53. I got one. 53 to Mike. Hey, Ozzy, shut up. Let's go, Abby. Everyone, shut up.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
53, Mike.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens add on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start.
3 down, 3 down. Big Ed, Big Ed, Big Ed. Hey, check that, street.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
48.
They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal. And the Pigskin at the 7-yard line.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
At the Browns' 2-yard line.
Off the option, that's complete. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Middle. Check 53 flight. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
It is good.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike 48. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Hey, alert 48.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And out now. Loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
He's taken down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Ravens 69, Browns 21.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You must be dreaming. Check safety, check 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Buffalo 18.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game. 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. You've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
It's now 4th down and goal.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
69. Browns 21.
And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
We never know just when it's our time and legends are gone and we don't know why. So before they go, look here, go toast. Give them a rose, but they still alive. I'm feeling like well, I feel like a prince, I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills, cause I was a blessed with no open fail. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex and go for the chill. I'm making a flip. My life is a flip.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. That's taken in by Callaway. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Down right around the 25.
The ball carrier.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
Mike 48.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Ball carried by
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Browns on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the 37.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, he kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he won't get much, maybe a couple, down inside the 35 to the 34. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Yeah, the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal. Tonight's final.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.